Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A potential disaster for Joan Vassos' season could occur when suitor Chalk Chapel announces he's leaving the Golden Bachelorette on the upcoming episode. The tremendous success ABC saw with the Golden Bachelor led to the approval of the Golden Bachelorette Season 1. Joan left the Jerry Turner-led spin-off to spend more time with her postpartum kid. With 11 suitors left, Joan has now sent 13 men home on the Golden Bachelorette. A sneak peek at the upcoming episode of the Golden Bachelorette, which features Joan forging close relationships with the men left in the competition, was recently made public by Bachelor Nation. Joan is shocked to see the men going on a date with a Chippendales theme at the beginning of the 1-minute teaser. A montage of Joan spending time with different guys is then shown in the video, with some of them saying they can see a future with her. Joan is beginning to experience hope once more in her life. When Chalk opens up about his future on the Golden Bachelorette, the teaser ends on a serious note. "I'm afraid of this. I'm not sure if I can pull this off," he says. As Chalk is chatting with the other men, he declares, "I just want you to know I'm going to leave." The next scene in the film shows Chalk confessing to Joan, "I appreciate you more than you'll ever know." Joan sobs as she says to the camera, "I feel less confident now. During a confessional, could I just go away from here? I have no idea what I'm doing." Chalk won the title on the Golden Bachelorette after going on Joan's first solo date of the season. Even if it wasn't the first impression, it nonetheless set the stage for the two of them to develop a deep connection that lasted the whole first season of the Golden Bachelorette. 3 years ago, pancreatic cancer claimed the life of Joan's late husband. Similarly, Chalk's late fiancée died of brain cancer 2 years ago. Both of them have been impacted by cancer, and they have endured great tragedies. The chemistry between Joan and Chalk has been evident throughout the Golden Bachelorette. They relate to each other in a manner that not everyone can, of course, because of the personal traumas they have experienced, but their personalities also work incredibly well together. The following episode's teaser may be deliberately misleading, and it's possible that Chalk stays on the Golden Bachelorette. If Chalk leaves, it would be a tremendous blow to the bond he and Joan have already created. These two reality TV celebrities ought to meet someone with whom they can share the rest of their life. It remains to be seen if that's with each other or with someone else. However, if Chalk left, Joan's voyage would not be the same. After the Golden Bachelorette concludes, he ought to stay put and continue strengthening their already strong bond to discover if their union has what it takes to last in a committed partnership. Now that she is in her 60s, Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is talking about the things she is changing in her life. In a very candid message on social media, the leading lady expressed her desires for her golden years. To learn all the juicy information, continue reading. Joan Vassos refuses to do these 3 things. Joan Vassos, the Golden Bachelorette, shared 3 things on Instagram that, as a 60-year-old, she will never undertake. She listed 3 things that all made great logic. Joan declared outright that she would not engage in gossip. Nothing good ever comes from talking about it, she advised. Find something else to talk about instead. She also declared that she would not evaluate herself against others. Joan claimed that all it does is make you feel inferior to others because there will always be someone brighter, more attractive, or even more successful. Everything is talking about the 3rd item. A significant portion of her speech is muffled. Joan stated it is extremely superficial, but she will not sleep on terrible sheets. She went on to say that she would also stop having horrible sex. Fans in the comment section were curious about what she said after that final section was bleeped out, and several fans filled them in. Her post received a lot of comments. What was everyone saying? Following Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos' 3 things she will no longer do because she is in her 60s. Fans responded with comments. Golden advice from our golden gal. Yellowheart was another comment posted on the official Golden Bachelorette page. Other fans commented as well. Several of them stated the following. Splitting hairs. I hope that means you are enjoying excellent $ and hashtag with the new man on fantastic sheets. LOL. At 30, I'm doing all of these things. Raising hands medium light skin tone, Nazar Amulet sister, amen. I support you. ABC is presently broadcasting Joan's season, and viewers are eager to see who she decides to spend the rest of her life with. She has a great selection of males, so it must be difficult to choose just one. Although fans have selected their favorites that they believe Joan would get along with, in general, Joan can't go wrong with any of them. What are your thoughts on Joan's 3 things that at 60 she will no longer do? Do you concur with her? Watch the Golden Bachelorette on Wednesday nights on ABC, not to be missed. During the show's premiere last week, Joan Vassos, the brilliant Lone Rangeress, had the opportunity to meet her 24 guys. Although she had to break up with 4 men, she really had 20 males she can fast date over the next few weeks. Undoubtedly, she has a lot of important decisions to make. Either way, she acknowledges that going back to senior prom was the perfect first date. Vassos Joan has a difficult situation to handle. Even though Joan Vassos' process has just recently begun, she is already seeming exceptionally well as she gets to know her parents. She does, after all, have an amazing group of people to choose from. The group seems to be having a fantastic time, despite a few warnings that viewers have seen. Telling the men's true character now would be premature anyway. It appears that Joan has a challenging, but manageable, task ahead of her to decide who she will take with her as far as feasible. The seniors are enjoying themselves immensely as they return to a traditional senior prom in the latest episode of The Brilliant Lone Ranger. The show teases an amazing first date for the upcoming episode of The Brilliant Single Woman. Either way, Single Guy Country went all out to provide the perfect backdrop for Joan Vassos's throwback senior prom. Unhitched Male Country had the brilliant Lone Rangeress men set up in an exercise room decorated with silver decorations, retro punch bowls, inflatables, powder blue suits, and other items, because most of them would have attended prom in the 1980s. Men like Imprint Anderson, Weave Kilroy, Jonathan Roan, Jordan Heller, Gary Livingston, Keith Gordon, and fellow Gansert were vying for her attention and time on the Dynamite Legacy date. To the music, each is moving and making melody. They shared the backstage photos from each participant's special prom, displaying a model detour from their happy memories. Every picture gives a glimpse of the men's success and highlights a different aspect of their personalities. In addition, Joan and Jonathan get along because of his old photo and how young he appears. When she inquires about his age, he guesses that he was a sophomore. Regardless, they also had a picture ready for the parents to see Joan on their prom date. It was a brief and furious night, but Joan seemed to enjoy going back in time as she searched for her future partner. Still, it wasn't entirely foolishness. Not only is it a mission where winning means winning Joan's heart, but these men are competing with their otherworldly women for the coveted title of prom ruler. Brilliant single women. Furthermore, Jesse Palmer energizes the group by stating, "I appreciate your presence as we celebrate the inaugural Brilliant Prom. We will have loads of fun here today, obviously. Who this evening will be delegated prom lord?" he asks, igniting the disagreement. Joan Vassos will obviously have to make a tough decision. Whatever the case, Gary is ready to have fun. He said, "I will just set free out there." Imprint Anderson is the bad boy who sneaks in a flagon to spike the punch when the males are cutting on the dance floor. Joan Vassos doesn't seem to mind either way. When it comes to this, she even seems to become his accessory. Regardless, the people seem to enjoy themselves, even though they had to share their experience with Joan Vassos. According to the evaluation, Joan was able to capture many more photos with Imprint Anderson, fellow Gansert, and Jordan Heller. Joan, in particular, thoroughly enjoyed getting to know each man on a somewhat deeper level. According to her, "We're having a great time. It's very much like the ideal first date." Check out this recent review. Watch ABC tonight, September 25th, at 8/7C to find out who Joan Vassos chooses as her prom lord. What do you think of Joan Vassos being able to go on a ridiculous group date to the old-fashioned senior prom? Could it be mentioned that you are prepared to witness the new episode of The Brilliant Single Woman? Please leave a comment below.